Hello, everyone, and welcome back to This Day in History, our nightly look back at a specific day in history. We take a look at the events of that day, the historical context of those events, and historical ramifications. We also take a look at some of the people that were born on that day and people that have died on that day. So, without any further ado, better late than never, sorry this is so late, February the 5th, this day in history. And on this day in 1958, the United States Air Force lost a hydrogen bomb off the coast of Georgia near Tybee Island. Yes, you heard that right. They lost a hydrogen bomb. And if you're thinking, well, oh God, Jake, it's been 62 years. Hopefully they found it. You would be wrong. They have never found it. So, now there is questions whether it was a fully functioning hydrogen bomb or not. But the fact is, they lost it. A B-52 and an F-18 about 2 a.m. Almost had a mid-air collision. Pilot ejected from the F-18 and the B-52 landed without incident. But they never saw the explosion. But they never found it either. Whew. Some births that occurred on this day. In 1934, in Mobile, Alabama, Hank Aaron was born. Aaron, of course, would break Babe Ruth's home run record in 1974 when he hit his 715th career home run. He would hold that record for 33 years until it was broken by Barry Bonds when Barry Bonds hit his 756th home run, topping Aaron's 755. Aaron, of course, was elected to the Hall of Fame on his first ballot. Aaron only played with two teams. He played with the Milwaukee/Atlanta Braves, and he finished his career with the Milwaukee Brewers in the American League. Some deaths that occurred on this day. Oh, by the way, Hank Aaron won a World Series with the Braves when they were in Milwaukee. Some deaths that have occurred on this day. Kirk Douglas died at the age of 103 today. Douglas had a long career. He was active from 1946 to 2008. He was one of the last surviving stars of the golden era of Hollywood. Just a true long life. And his son has been a successful actor in his own right. And Douglas was a veteran of World War II. So, Kirk Douglas, just think about what he saw in his life. Both World Wars occurred. Lindbergh's flight across the Atlantic had not occurred when Douglas was born. That would not occur until the 9th year of his life, in the summer of the 11th year of his life, in 1927, the summer of 1927. The Great Depression, World War II, the Atomic Age, the Space Age, Civil Rights, the LGBT rights movement, just to think about what Kirk Douglas saw in his life is amazing. He lived to see a Roman Catholic elected president. He was born at a time when Roman Catholics were terribly persecuted in this country. He lived to see a African American elected president. We can, I mean, the rights that African Americans gained in his life are amazing. He was born at a time when former slaves, people that were born into slavery, were still alive. People that could have been in their 20s or 30s when slavery ended were alive when he was born and during his lifetime. When he was born, women did not have the right to vote. He lived to see two women nominated for both parties as vice presidential candidates, and in 2016, the 100th year of his life, he lived to see a woman nominated as a major party candidate for president and received the most popular votes for president. He lived to see, if he had lived through this year, he would have lived to see a possibly a openly gay man elected to the White House. Just an amazing amount of things. It's just amazing to me that in his lifetime, when he was born, no man had ever crossed the Atlantic on a solo flight. And in his lifetime, man would land on the moon. He would have been able to speak to slaves, people born into slavery, and meet and talk with the first African American president of the United States. He was the son of immigrants from Russia, and they lived the American dream, and their son certainly achieved beyond any expectation they could have ever had for him. And their grandchildren and great grandchildren did as well. Kirk Douglas, 103. I will see you all tomorrow.